911.
How are you? Good, thank you. Big pardon? Very, very low. I'm not hearing you. Say again, please.
All right, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You cannot hear me now?
Hey, Jake? Why am
Oh,
I
but you're not
hearing
connected
anything
to
here?
the live stream. You need to
It's
cannot hear me
very,
now?
I can barely hear you. Hang on.
Oh, but you're not connected
Let me see
to the
some.
live stream.
Israel, say again? It's very, I can barely hear you. Hang on.
Oh, but you're not connected.
Let me see some. Nope, this is not working out. Israel, say again? Hold on. Jacob! I can barely
Come here.
hear you. Hang on. Let me see some. Nope, this is not working out. Come. Tell me what's going on. What's Uncle what's Uncle Israel saying? Jacob, come here.
You need to connect to the live stream, alright?
That's what I want.
This is
Here.
working out.
Come. He's talking to me, but I'm not hearing anything.
You can set my. Look.
Oh my goodness. What's Uncle Israel saying?
Okay. I think I just hung up. Oh my. Oh no, I didn't.
I don't want you to, baby. I want. That's what I want.
To.
Here. He's talking to me, but I'm not hearing anything.
You can set my. Look.
What did you? Yeah. Yeah.
I think I just hung up. Oh my.
Yeah. There you go. I don't want you to, baby. I want. That's what I want. Boy, I tell you, must come fix it so I can hear Uncle Israel. Yeah, there you go.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Wow.
All right. Tell me now again.
Boy,
Can you hear me now?
no, you can't hear you.
I know. Are you connected to the live stream?
Yes, I can hear you now. Wow.
You can hear me now.
I can hear you now. You muted yourself before.
Can you hear me now?
No, you can't hear you.
I know. Are you connected to the live stream? You can hear
Okay,
me
you
now?
have to speak in the mic. I can't hear anything you're saying.
Are you connected to the live stream?
Yes,
You are.
yes.
She can hear when it goes to the microphone.
I can only hear when you speak through the mic.
You can hear me now. 1, 2, 3. You can hear me good.
Yeah. I'm hearing you perfect now. Jakey, is that live? No, that's not live. No. No, it's live. Is that live? No, that's not live. No, it's live.
Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Perfect. 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 What? Oh. What? Oh. I got it. Huh? Jake, your brother wanted to know when synagogue was going to start. Jake, your brother wanted to know when synagogue was going to start. You have your phone or I have your phone? This phone is almost dead. Put it back to charge. Okay? You have your phone or I have your phone? This phone is almost dead. Put it back to charge.
Another phone. How are you doing?
Sorry, I'm good.
How are you doing? Good.
Yes. Jay, I think I'm gonna go outside. I'm good. This. Turn off that screen. It's too big. Jay, I think I'm gonna go outside. I'm good. This. Turn off that screen. It's too big. Jay, who's calling me? I'm good. Auntie Vicky. That screen. It's too big. Hey, Vix. Who's calling me? Auntie Vicky. That screen. It's too big. Hey, Vix. Who's calling me? Auntie Vicky. That screen. It's too big. Hey, Vix. Who's calling me? Auntie Vicky. That screen. It's too big. Hey, Vix. Who's calling me? Auntie Vicky. Hey, Vix.
Wait till I'm on the charge.
Hey, Vix.
Yeah. Just leave it like that. Yeah. If that bird doesn't shut up, we're gonna have to close that door and then leave it alone. If that bird doesn't shut up, we're gonna have to close that door and then leave it alone. If that bird doesn't shut up, we're gonna have to close that door and then leave it alone. If that bird doesn't shut up, we're gonna have to close that door and then leave it alone.
Yes, Uncle Carl. And Shades. Yes, Uncle Carl. And Shades. Thank you, my love. Yes, Uncle Carl. Take that off. Let me see your face. And Shades. What? Thank you, my love. The COVID, take that off. Let me see your face. The what? COVID soon finish. The COVID, take that off. Oh, I have to eat more. Ask Uncle Mike. I have a ton of pepper sauce. The COVID soon finish. The I shall send for you. Oh, I have whole heap more. Ask Uncle Mike. I have a ton of pepper sauce. Everybody's hearing me, right? I shall send for you. Oh, I have whole heap more. Ask Uncle Mike. Okay. I have a ton of pepper sauce. Everybody's I'm muting it, Vicky. Stop reprimanding me. I shall send for you. Oh, I have whole heap more. Ask Uncle Mike. Okay. I have a ton of pepper sauce. Everybody's I'm muting it, Vicky. Stop reprimanding me. I shall send for you. Oh, I have whole heap more. Ask Uncle Mike. Okay. I'm muting it, Vicky. Stop reprimanding me. I think since my mouth don't belong to me, I'm gonna go to YouTube. My mouth don't belong to me, so I'm gonna switch to YouTube and come off of Zoom. Belong to me, I'm gonna go to YouTube. No, I'm telling you. I'm just letting you know. So I'm gonna switch to YouTube and come off of Zoom. Belong to me, I'm gonna go to YouTube. No, I'm telling you. I'm just letting you know. So I'm gonna switch to YouTube and come off of Zoom. No, I'm telling you. I'm just letting you know. No, I'm telling you. I'm just letting you know.
Vina, are you connected to the live stream as well as the Zoom? Vina, are you connected to the live stream as well as the Zoom? Vina, are you connected to the live stream as well as the Zoom?
One.
Not hearing you, Israel.
Very good morning, everyone. Sorry for the late start, but we are about to be prepared to get to go. So if you can get your prayer books and get ready. Before we start this morning, as you all know, we did a Zoom last night along with the live feed, and it seems to work okay. We both Israel and I got comments both for plus and minuses on things that need to change. First thing we need to remember, you have to choose. Either log on to the live stream or log on to the Zoom, but you can't log on to both. Because what we have found is that the audio from the live stream goes back into the Zoom and creates a delay here in the synagogue. Also remember, if you are on Zoom and you have an open microphone, be aware that it is an open microphone. So you need to be just aware of where your surroundings are. Find a quiet place and be respectful of the other people with an open microphone. So turn off your phones, murder the dog if he continues to bark. But anyway, just be aware that you have an open microphone. So whatever you think, say, or even hear, we will also, and everybody else will be able to hear it. So just be respectful of everybody. But thank you all for being here. We have 10 people on the live stream at the moment, and we are indicating 7 people on the Zoom at this point in time. Thank you all for being here, and we will make further announcements as we go forward. I'd like you all to stand as we begin our opening prayer. Again has come the day which bids us lay aside the burden of care and the anxiety of the daily task. Thou hast commanded us to work, that we may free ourselves from the bondage of nature, in which all other creatures on earth are held. But in the struggle for the mastery of over things material, we often forget the divine purpose of our life. Driven by desire for gain, or for the longing for pleasure, we become enslaved, fettered by new wants, oppressed by new burdens. Therefore hast thou, O Father, in thy love appointed for us a day of rest, that in thy presence we may regain that freedom of the soul, which comes through obedience to thy commandments. Quickened by thy Spirit, may we learn how to enable the things of earth by sanctifying them to thy service. Amen. You may be seated, and we will begin with the Nishmat on page 31 of our synagogue prayer. Nishmat kol kai tevareket shimka Adonai Eloheinu Baruch kol basar tefayer trumen zakreka Malkeinu tahamid Min haolam ve'ad haolam atahel Umi baladeka En lanu melech goel o Moshiach Podeu matzil Venekom rakam bekol etzar vesuka En lanu melech ozer Vesomeach el ata Elohe harishonim Ve'aharakonim Elohe kol biriot Adon kotoladot המהואה בכל התשבחות, המנהג עולמו בכסר ברתם ברקמין, ואדוני אלוהי שלנו המאיר יש אמין, והמקץ נרדמים, מקיים מתים, ורופא קולים, פוקע קברים, וזוקף כפופים, המנסיח נעלמין, והמפנק נעלמין, Uleka levadeka ahanaknu modim. The breath of every living being shall bless thy name, O Lord, O God, and the spirit of all flesh shall continually glorify and extol thy memorial, O our King. For from everlasting to everlasting thou art God. Besides thee we have neither king, redeemer, nor Savior, to redeem, deliver, answer, and compassionate us in all times of trouble and distress. We have no king to aid and support us but thee, God of the first and God of the last, God of all creatures, Lord of all generations, who is extolled with all manner of praise, who guideth his world with tenderness, his creatures with mercy. The Lord is ever awake. He slumbereth not, and he sleepeth not. But it's thou who rousest those who sleep, awakest those who slumber, revivest the dead, healest the sick, and openest the eyes of the blind. Thou raisest those who are bowed down. Thou makest the dumb to speak, and revealest the hidden things, and therefore unto thee alone do we render adoration. We now continue with the last paragraph on page 34. With everlasting love hast thou loved us, O Lord our God, and with great and exceeding mercy hast thou compassionated us, O our Father and King. For the sake of thy great name, and for the sake of our fathers who trusted in thee, who thou did teach the statutes of life, that they might perform thy will with a perfect heart. Be also gracious unto us, who art a merciful Father, ever compassionate. Have mercy upon us, we beseech thee, and enlighten our hearts with understanding, that we may be able to comprehend, discern, hearken, learn, teach, execute, and accomplish with due affection all the words of instruction in thy Torah. Enlighten our eyes in thy Torah, and attach our hearts unto thy precepts. Unite also our hearts to love and revere thy name, that we may not confound nor put to shame, neither may we ever stumble in our duty, because we have trusted in thy holy, great, mighty, and tremendous name. Let us therefore rejoice and be glad in thy salvation, O Lord our God. Suffer not thy tender mercies and manifold loving kindnesses ever to forsake us. Hasten and bring unto us quickly blessings and peace from the four corners of the earth. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who hast chosen thy people Israel in love. Ask you all to stand and face the east as we recite the Shema or age-old blessings on page 35. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Blessed be his name, whose glorious kingdom is forever and ever.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'kol levavecha u'b'kol nafshecha u'b'kol me'odecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anu ki mitzvocha hayom al levavecha v'shimnamtam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'betecha u'vrettecha b'derech u'v'shachbecha u'v'chomecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu le'tutafot benedecha וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Let us read together. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. And thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be for frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thy house and upon thy gates. You may be seated, and let us continue together.
And it shall come to pass,
And it shall come to pass, if ye shall hearken diligently unto my commandments, which I command you this day, to love the Lord your God, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, that I will give the rain of your land in its due season, the former rain and the latter rain, that thou mayest gather in thy corn and thy wine and thine oil. And I will give grass in thy fields for thy cattle, and thou shalt eat and be satisfied. Take heed to yourselves, lest your heart be deceived, and ye turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. and the anger of the Lord will be kindled against you. And he will shut up the heavens that there be no rain, and the land will not yield her fruit. And ye perish quickly from off the goodly land which the Lord giveth you. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. And you shall teach them to your children, talking of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thy house, and upon thy gates, that your days may be multiplied, and the days of your children, upon the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers to give them, as the days of the heavens above the earth. Now continue with the Vayamir. And just before we begin the Vayamir, saying a special good morning to all on live stream and on Zoom. And if you are on both, you need to choose whether you want to be on live stream or on Zoom. But you cannot be on both, as the audio feeds back into the system. Morning Vicky, morning Jacob, morning Gina, morning Tal, morning Joan and David, morning Maureen, morning Paulette, morning Janice, morning Trevor, morning everybody. We continue with the Vayamir now on page 37. Vayomer Adonai al Moshe lemor, Daber ben Israel ben Amarta lahem, ben Atzu lahem tzitzit, al kanfei b'nem nedotam, ben Atenu al tzitzit, al kanaf betel tekelet, ve'haya lakem letzitzit, uritem oto zakartem et kol mitzvot Adonai, vasitem otam ve'lo taturu ak levavkem, ve'akarei ken asher tenzonim akarehem, Magnan tizkeru, vasitem et kol mitzvotai v'yetem kedoshim Elohekem, ani Adonai Elohekem, asher hotzitem eretz Mitzrayim lo lehem lelohim, ani Adonai Elohekem, Adonai Elohekem, Amen.
Amen. The Lord told us, Moses,
The Lord
speak
spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the border a thread of blue, and shall be unto you for a fringe that may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes in the pursuit of which ye used to go astray, that ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your God. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God. Continue now with responsive reading.
true and certain,
True and certain, firm and stable, right and faithful, beloved and dared, desirable and pleasant, reverent and mighty, well regulated and acceptable. Good and beautiful is this word of God unto us forever and ever.
It is true that the everlasting God is our King, the rock of Jacob, and the shield of our salvation.
Yeah.
He endureth throughout all generations. His name also abideth. The throne is established, and his kingdom and faithfulness endure forever.
His words are also living, stable, faithful, and desirable forever, even unto all ages. As concerning our fathers, so also concerning us, our children, our generations, and all the generations of the seed of Israel, thy servants.
For the past and future ages, his divine word is excellent and spoken in truth and faithfulness. It is a statute which shall not pass away.
True it is that thou art indeed the Lord our God, and the God of our fathers, our King and the King of our fathers, our Redeemer and the Redeemer of our fathers, our rock and the rock of our salvation.
Our Redeemer and Deliverer from everlasting, such is thy name. Neither have we any other God beside thee, Selah. The O Lord has been the help of our fathers from of old, a shield and a Savior unto them and their children after them in every generation.
your seat is high above the world, and your judgment and righteousness extend to the ends of the earth.
True it is that the man is happy who hearkeneth unto thy commandments, and layeth up thy Torah and word in his heart.
Truly, you are the Lord,
Lord of thy heap
you
and
are
the
mighty King of
God.
sampling their cause, both the Father and the children.
True that thou art the first and that thou art the last, and besides thee we have neither king, redeemer, nor savior.
It is true, thou
Is
redeemest
true,
from
Lord our
the
God,
Lord of
is
God, deliver us from the house of slaves.
house of God.
All their firstborn didst thou slay, but Israel thy firstborn didst thou redeem. For them didst thou divide the Red Sea, but drownest the proud. Thy beloved people passed through the sea, while the waters covered their enemies, so that not one of them escaped.
For this the
Praise
beloved
to the supreme God,
praise
the Redeemer, the blessed one who is ever blessed.
psalms, hymns, praises, and blessings and thanksgivings unto the living and eternal God and King, who is high and exalted, great, mighty, and
It's
tremendous,
all our land down to the ground. Brings
up
on.
to the earth and raises the humble on high, who delivereth prisoners, redeemeth the meek, and helpeth
He
the
who
poor,
wants us to
who answereth
when
the
they
children
cry
of
to him.
Israel when they cry unto him.
Praise be to the Most High God, their Redeemer. Blessed and ever blessed be he.
Moses
Moses and
and
the
the
children of
children
Israel sang,
sang a song
you
unto thee,
song you have sung great joy, and they proclaim, who's like unto you, Lord,
like
among the
unto
mighty?
him, Lord, among the mighty ones.
Who is like unto thee, glorious in holiness, tremendous in praises, working miracles?
Milchamocha ba'elim Adonai. Milchamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehila aseh.
Those who were redeemed sang a new song
Those who are
to
doing
your
that.
great name upon the seashore with one voice. They
Thanks
gave
and
thanks, proclaim your sovereignty, and says, the Lord shall reign forever.
endeavor.
Adonai imlach le'olam va'ed.
And it is said, Our Redeemer, the Lord of
And
hosts
it
is
is said,
his
our
name,
Redeemer,
the
the
Holy
Lord of
One of
hosts is his
Israel.
name. The Holy
Blessed
One of
art thou, O
Israel.
Lord, who
Blessed
hast
art thou,
redeemed
O Lord,
Israel.
who hast redeemed Israel. At this point in our service, we would normally go into the Amidah on page 40. But as we do not have a minion here in our synagogue, with respect, we will just say the Amidah silently and offer some personal prayers before we move on further in our prayer book. So silently, wherever you are, stand, and if you so desire, repeat the Amidah, which can be found on page 40.
Blessed are you, Lord, our God, God of our fathers, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob, the great, blessed, the great, mighty, and awesome God, supreme, who bestows loving kindnesses and possesses all, who remembers eternal. We just acknowledge you as our King and as our God. And
May be seated, and we continue now with our hymn this morning. God is my strong salvation, hymn number 7 on page 211.
God is my strong salvation. What for have I to fear in darkness and temptation? My light, my help is near. Though hosts encamp around me, firm to the fight I stand. What terror can confound me with God at my right hand? Place on the Lord reliance, my soul with courage wait. His truth be thine affiance when faint and desolate. His might thy heart shall strengthen, his love thy joy increase. Mercy thy day shall lengthen, the Lord will give thee peace. Amen.
Ask you to stand with me as we recite our 10 commandments, the most important of the 10 laws which we all should live by.
You can sit down.
And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt and out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other
Let
gods
not have
before me.
other gods before me. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
Thou shalt
For the
not
Lord will
take
not
the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not
thou
hold
shalt
them
not
guiltless
hold
that
him
take up his
guiltless
name in
that
vain.
takes his name in vain.
Remember the
Remember
Sabbath day to keep it holy. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adodeinu, Kadosh Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Ask you all to stand with me as we say a prayer for our government. Lord of the universe, we invoke thy blessings upon our country, upon our Queen, our Governor General, our Prime Minister, and the other ministers of state, our Parliament, and all who are set in authority over us, and grant that under them we may be peacefully and justly governed. Forgive us all that is unworthy and evil in our national life. Establish us in righteousness and inspire us to work for universal brotherhood. Guide and bless our nation, and make us loyal and dutiful citizens through thee, Almighty God, the Father of us all.
Amen.
A prayer for this congregation. May he who blessed our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Moses, Aaron, David, and Solomon, and all the holy and pure congregations, bless this little congregation. May the Supreme King of the universe bless you and purify you, and hearken to the voice of your supplications. May he redeem and deliver you from all manner of trouble and distress. May such be thy divine will, and let us say,
Amen.
a prayer for the state of Israel. O thou who guidest the destiny of the universe, shed the light of thy countenance over the land of Israel. Vouchsafe thy blessings of peace and progress upon its inhabitants. May the state of Israel be as a glorious monument to thy divine everlasting name. O fulfill the biblical words. For out of Zion shall go forth a Torah, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. May such be thy gracious will, and let us say,
Amen.
Very, very special good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning all the way around. It's an awesome day here in Jamaica. If you're not in Jamaica and you're not here with us, you're missing something. I must say thank you to our president for making the very, very great effort to bring Zoom into our synagogue for the first time. So today we are live streaming and we are also Zooming. On the Zoom, I'm seeing Janice, I'm seeing David Matalon, I'm seeing Gina, I'm seeing Carl, I'm seeing Vicky, and I'm seeing Trevor. And on the live stream, I'm seeing Paulette, Lisa, Maureen, Joan, and Joan at this point in time. Very, very good morning to each and every one of you. Thanks for making the effort to be here. We are having some Zoom issues. One of the things that we found out last night is that you cannot log on to both. You have to decide whether it is Zoom or live streaming. As the audio, the live stream has a delayed audio, and delayed audio comes back into the Zoom, which creates a problem for the other people who are on Zoom and listening. So make a decision, live stream or Zoom, but you can't have both. Also, as courtesy, remember your microphone wherever you are. Remember, this is a service, so try to be in somewhere that's quiet, that you won't be disturbed, because any sound or audio or speaking or phone ringing, everybody else can hear it. So just pretend as though you are in the synagogue. So turn off your phone, compose yourself, and go into a nice quiet place that we can work. We do not begin to believe that we have solved the problem. This is just a bump in the road. So we are trying different things to see how we can bring our services to you. Last night, both Israel and I got a few comments from the people who were online as ways to improve, some negative, some positive, but we are grateful. Both Israel and I are both grateful for all of the comments. So online this morning, I can see some of the comments already, and I know Israel in the back is noting them for us to try to make the system better. This is a test, so we're just trying to see what works, and over the next maybe week or so, we may find different ways to do things. If anybody out there has a better way, feel free to jump in, let Israel and I know, and we'll see how we can change or adapt to what we're doing to make this experience a much, much better one. Second announcement is that next week, Friday, services will begin at 4 o'clock, as we are coming out of some of our curfew, and we're going to try to have our services a little bit later at 4 o'clock next week, Friday. But the Saturday morning will still be at 10 o'clock. Just a comment here on the Zoom. You can turn off your audio on the bottom left. That is the personal audio. The top right is the audio from the synagogue. So for everyone that is on Zoom, you can turn off your audio on the bottom left-hand corner. That is the personal audio, and the top right is the audio from the synagogue. But thanks for being here and for making this Shabbat meaningful for all of us. We now continue with responsive reading, Psalm 145, a psalm of praise of David. Yehias Adonai Eloheinu kasher yikalu lak, asher obeteka ad yikalu sela, ashraham shekakalo, ashraham shadonai Elohav. I will extol thee, my God, O King, and I will bless thy name forever and ever.
Every day will I bless thee, and praise thy name forever and ever.
The Lord is great and exalted in praise, and his greatness is unsearchable.
One generation shall love thy works to another, and to declare.
Works, another shall proclaim your mighty acts.
I will speak of the glorious splendor of thy majesty and recount thy wondrous works.
People
And
men
men
should
should
speak
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 of
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 your
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 awesome acts, and I will declare your greatness.
greatness.
The memory of thy abundant goodness they shall utter, and sing of thy righteousness.
the Lord is
The Lord is
gracious and
gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and of great mercy.
The Lord is good to all, and his tender mercies are over all his works.
All your works shall thank you, Lord, and your pious ones shall bless you.
God bless thee.
They shall speak of the glory of thy kingdom and talk of thy power.
So making his mighty acts and his
Make
glorious majesty of his kingdom known to the sons of men.
his kingdom.
Thy kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and thy dominion subsisteth throughout all generations.
The
The
Lord
Lord supports all who fall and raises all those who are bowed down.
The eyes of all wait upon thee, and thou givest them their food in due season.
thou openest thy
You
hand
open
and
thy hand and
every living
satisfy
thing.
every living thing with its desires.
The Lord is righteous in all his ways and gracious in all his works.
The Lord is nigh unto
According
all
to
them
all who
that
call on him, who call on him in sincerity.
He will fulfill the desire of those who fear him. He will hear their cry and save them.
the Lord
The
preserveth
Lord
all
preserves
those
all
of
who
him,
love him,
all
but
the
will
wicked.
destroy the wicked.
My mouth shall utter the praise of the Lord, and let all flesh bless his holy name forever and ever.
And we will bless the
Praise
Lord
the Lord from this time on and forever.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Blessed be the Lord, who has given rest to his people Israel according to all that he spake, so that not one thing hath failed of all the good words which he promised through his servant Moses. May the Lord our God be with us as he was with our fathers. May he not leave nor forsake us. May he incline our hearts unto him, that we may walk in his ways and keep his commandments, statutes, and judgments which he commanded our fathers. And let these my words, wherein I have made supplications before the Lord, be
Lord,
nigh
our
unto the
Lord
Lord
our
our
God,
God, day and
that
night,
he
that he
causes
maintain the cause of his servant and the cause of
Israel
his people
of his
Israel
people
day by
Israel.
day. Ask you all now to stand and face the east as we continue, that all the people of the earth may know that the Lord is God, there is none else. This book of the Torah shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then shall thy way be prosperous, and then shall be thou successful. Have I not commanded thee, be strong and of good courage, be therefore not terrified, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord God is with you wherever you go. O Lord, on this Shabbat morning, we give special thanks for being able to be back in our synagogue, to be able to be here, to be able to worship, to be able to commune with our fellow congregants. We know, Lord, that these are difficult times, but we are grateful for the technology and for the ability to share with all who are unable to be in our synagogue. But we are working, O Lord, diligently to make this a better experience so that we can bring your word to all of our congregation. On this Shabbat, Lord, we thank you for the blessings of birthdays. Last week celebrated Sammy Galan, his 84th birthday. Sam, if you're listening, on behalf of all of us here in our synagogue, I wish you a happy, happy birthday. I can still see you standing and hearing your voice as I am now reading your name here. My friend, the force is always with you. Happy birthday and enough blessings. This week also Joan Matalon celebrated her birthday. Joan, I know that David is looking after you. I know that David has fixed breakfast for you. And I know that you had an awesome day, as I got the report from Richard. A very, very happy birthday. May all of God's blessings be upon you and with you always. Today, my friends, is another special day. I was advised this morning that Mary Henriquez' birthday is today. She is 86 today. And from all of us here, Mary, Margaret sent a special prayer on behalf of your family, and I will just take the opportunity to read. Blessed are you, eternal God, ruler of the universe, for giving Margaret Mary Henriquez life, for sustaining her, and for enabling her to reach the celebration of 86 years with her family. Mary, if you're listening, a very happy birthday from all of us here, both in the synagogue, Israel, Carl, and myself, from all of us who are online, and that is with Deborah, with Tal, with Lisa, with Maureen, Paulette, Vicky, Janice, just to name a few, Trevor, David, and Joan, and Aaron. Blessings to you, Mary. May you have long life and happiness, and always, always, we long to see you back in our synagogue when we reopen. On this Shabbat, we ask also for blessings and healings on Errol Zedi, who goes through a turbulent period in his life. Oh God, if it be your wish, grant him the strength to overcome his trials and tribulations. Oh God, on this Shabbat, we ask for your blessings on the souls of two individuals who recently passed away. We speak of Keith Alexander and of Mark Scott. We ask that you watch over their families, Lord. Give their families the strength to overcome this difficult time. And we ask, Lord, that you look after their souls. May they rest in peace and with you always. Amen. On behalf of those who have recently passed away, I would like for all of you to stand as we recite the mourner's Kaddish on behalf of those two gentlemen. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shamei Rabah Be'alma Devra Kirite v'yamlik Malkute v'yasmar Purkene v'kev Meshike B'kaya Konukea B'kol Bet Israel Bagala V'zman Kariv Imru Amen Yehe Shamei Rabah Miracle Alam Al Me'al Me'ayit Barak V'ishtabak V'trapar V'traman V'tnaseh V'tadar V'talel V'talal Shamei Dekudisha Bereku Amin Kol Bekata Shirata Tish Bekata V'kanamata Demara V'elma V'imru Amen Yehe Shamei Rabah Hayim Shoim Yeshua V'shezba Urfa Agla Lek Barak Salalanu Kol Amo Yisrael Imru Amen Oseh Shalom B'imrama Urakma V'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael Imru Amen
O say shalom b'mruma, o berachama, yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael. O say shalom b'mruma u'verachama yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al kol amo Yisrael emru amen.
To all all our beloved departed who we now remember. And we remember Keith Alexander and Mark Scott. May the peace and bliss be granted in their life eternal, and may the Father of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort any bereaved among us. And let us together say, Amen.
Amen.
O Lord, with a grateful heart, with gratitude abounding, we wish and say this blessing on all in our congregation. Ki lekotav natati lakem tarati altaz ovo. For I have given you a good doctrine. Forsake ye not my Torah. You may be seated. Once again, good morning to all online. We're trying Zoom, as you have heard me mention before. We're also live streaming, so we can also hear our services at a later time. We cannot do both Zoom and live streaming, so if you are logging on, choose one or the other. Our parsha this morning would have been Behar, Behukatai. It's a double portion, but basically it's where it speaks about where Moses goes up and brings down the 10 commandments and basically some of the laws which we all live by. And in reading parts online, a number of things reached out and spoke to me. But basically the summary of the portion is where God instructs Moses to tell the Israelites that every 7th year the land shall observe a Shabbat of complete rest. Fields should not be sown and vines should not be pruned. After 49 years, a Jubilee year, is to be celebrated when all the land that has been sold during that time should be returned to its original owners, and slaves are to be freed. God also instructs Moses to tell the Israelites not to make idols to keep the Shabbat, and to venerate the sanctity of the Eternal. God promises blessings to the children of Israel if they follow the law, and warns that the curse that will befall the people if they do not observe God's commandments. Gifts made to the sanctuary, whether by conditional vows or by unconditional acts of pious gratitude, are discussed. Of course, the culmination of this is in the giving of the 10 commandments, the 10 laws which we should adhere to and we need to adhere to. But in reviewing this portion and reading through, what resonated with me is that at the heart of the universe is a steady, insistent beat. The sounds of cycles in sync. It pervades nature in every scale, from the nucleus to the cosmos. Every night along the tidal rivers in Malaysia, for example, thousands of fireflies congregate in the mangroves and flash in unison without any leader or cue from the environment. Even our bodies are symphonies of rhythm, kept alive by the relentless coordinated firing of thousands of pacemaker cells in our hearts. Every case these feats of synchrony occur spontaneously, almost as if nature has an eerie yearning for order. My friends, in reading that and seeing nature and seeing the things in nature, we recently heard just this week that our environment has improved by 8%. Air, water, fish, life, animal life has all improved by 8% in just 2 months. That's an unbelievable feat. But, as I said before, we are all in the same storm. not necessarily in the same boat. However, with all of our factories and workplaces and power generating stations being reduced to minimum, Mother Nature has healed itself, or partially. It's showing us, the Lord is showing us, that if we obey His rules and His laws, everything has the ability to heal itself. Our bodies have the ability to heal. The universe has its ability to heal. Nature has its ability to heal. It's very, very important. This is a lifelong lesson. This is an aha moment. This is where all of us, in our own unique and special way, can make a very small, a 0.0001%, finding a way to recycle that plastic, finding a way to recycle your garbage, separating it into making a compost heap, reusing things that can be reused, or finding a way for them to be reused differently, using DIY projects in our home, using some of the recyclable materials that we can find, instead of actually cutting down new trees to make different things. This, my friends, is Mother Nature. This is the rhythm that I spoke about at the very beginning of this address. You might be sitting there now listening and saying to yourself, but I am such a small cog in an awfully big wheel. How can I make a difference? Well, there's an old Jamaican parlance that says, every mickle make a muckle. What that means is that even though you are small, you are important. For without your tooth in the wheel, in the gear of life, the chain will jump track. So, as we go about, let us look at our universe, let us look at our world, let us look for the babies that are being born today, babies of 2020, and think, what will they have to live, what kind of world will they have to live in when they get to Mary Henriquez's age? Are they going to be able to live in a world without masks, without oxygen being pumped, without fear of just standing out in acid rain? My friends, this is where God has given us a chance. He has given us a chance to stop, to think, to reconnect with our families, to reconnect with nature, to look at the way we were going, and just in that still small voice that speaks to us saying, you're on the wrong road, partner. You've got to change direction. So let us go forth from this Shabbat with an open mind and an open set of eyes. That as we look at our fellow persons that we come across each day, we look at nature and we look at our world, our one world where every one of us is a part of, finding a way to improve our own little space. Every journey begins with one step. It's not the destination that counts. It's the journey and the sights along the way. My friends, this Shabbat is a peaceful Shabbat. I hope one day to be able to celebrate our Shabbat where our synagogue has a full house with no mask and no social distancing the way we're accustomed to. But it's our fault, and we have to be able to correct it. My friends, as you go about this week, remember that life is a journey. Remember to enjoy your own unique and special journey. Hug your families, hug your wife, celebrate with your friends, but enjoy your journey. On behalf of all of us here in our synagogue, I say to you a happy Shabbat Shalom. We now would have continued with the Musaf Amidah, and if you so desire, you may stand and say the Amidah which can be found on page 56 silently. May be seated, and we will continue with the hymn Ein Kelohenu, which can be found on page 59.
Ein Kelohenu, Ein Karonenu, Ein Kemalkenu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Kelohenu, Mi Kadonenu, Mi Kemalkenu, Mi Kemoshienu, Nodel Elohenu, Nadel Adonenu, Nadel Emalkenu, Nadel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu, Atatu Shienu, Atatakum Terachem Sion, Kev Lechenena, Kiva Moed.
Stand for the adoration Alenu on page 60.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol l'tet kedala l'etzer bereshit shelo asanu ego yeharatzot v'lo samanu kemishpachot harama shelo sam chelkenu kahem v'goralenu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim u'mishtakavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim v'yosed aretz u'mosher yakar b'shamayim ima'av Ushkina tuzo, Megave merumim, Hu Eloheinu veinur, Emet malkeinu ve'efesulato, Kakatu batorah, Ve'yadatayim, ve'hashivota, Elevavecha, Hi Adonai Hu Elohim, Bashamayim mima, Beharetz mitachat enon. Ne'emar, V'aya Adonai, Melech al kol haaretz, Vayam ha'u, Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad.
Bow in worship before the King of Kings, the Holy One, blessed be He, who stretched out the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth. The seat of whose glory and the abode of whose might is in the loftiest heights. He is our God, there is no other. In truth, He is our King, and there is none beside Him. As it is written in the law, know therefore this day, and lay to thy heart that the Lord is God in heaven above and upon the earth beneath. There is none else. O Lord, as we stand in your holy temple on this Shabbat, we ask for your blessings on all who are suffering from disease in our community, be it of body, of mind, or of spirit. We ask that you grant your healing blessings. And today we remember Errol Zedek. Grant your healing blessings upon him and all in our community. And with this we offer our healing prayer, the Misha Barak, on their behalf.
Misha Barak Avotenu Mechor HaBracha Ve'emotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mechor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the new oil of body, the new oil of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
You may be seated, and we're going to go with our closing hymn.
What are we doing?
I think we have enough people online, and just take time with the microphone, guys. Don't overdrive me now. I know you all are anxious. I'm asking you to sing along with Carl, and you know he doesn't sing very well, so he needs a little help. Adon Olam, our closing hymn on page 62.
Adon Olam asher balach B'terem cha yisir nivra Et nasa b'chefsucho Azai melech shelo nikra Adon Olam asher malach B'terem cha yisir Adon Olam Et nasa b'chefsucho Azai melech shelo nikra Adon Olam V'yacharei Ichlot hakol Levado Nimloch nora Vehu haya Vehu hoveh Vehu Adonolam, Asher Malach, Aterem Koyesen Ivra Adonolam, Ve'et Nasa, Vachav Sokol, Azai Malach Shemon Ikra Adonolam, Ve'hu Echad, Ve'en Sheni, Ve'ham Shalom, Ve'hachbera, Ve'li Reshi, Ve'li Tachlit, Ve'lohaz Ve'ham Isra Adonolam, Adonolam, Asher Malach, Aterem Koyesen Ivra Adonolam, Ve'et Nasa, Vachav Sokol, Azai Malach Shemon Ikra Adonolam, Ve'li Erech, Ve'li Demyon, Ve'li Shanu, Ve'timura, Ve'li Chibur, Ve'li Firu, Gadol Koach Gevura Adonolam, Adonolam, Asher Malach, Aterem Koyesen Ivra Adonolam, Ve'et Nasa, Vachav Sokol, Azai Malach Shemon Ikra Adonolam, Ve'hu Eli, Ve'chagali, Ve'surchavli, Ve'yam Sarah, Ve'hi Nisi, Umanosi, Ve'natkasi Be'yam Ikra Adonolam, Adonolam, Asher Malach, Aterem Koyesen Ivra Adonolam, Ve'et Nasa, Vachav Sokol, Azai Malach Shemon Ikra Adonolam, Ve'yadu, Avchivruchi, Ve'et Tishan, Ve'ayira, Ve'imruchi, Deviati, Adonali Veloira Adonolam, Adonolam, Asher Malach, Aterem Koyesen Ivra Adonolam, Ve'et Nasa, Vachav Sokol, Azai Malach Shemon Ikra Adonolam.
Outstanding, everybody. I'd like you all to stand with me for a closing prayer. We cannot all fathom or be listed in the who is who. But every person, great or small, has important work to do. For seldom do we realize the importance of small deeds, or to what degree of greatness unnoticed kindness leads. For it is not the big celebrity in a world of fame and praise, but it's doing unpretentiously in undistinguished ways. The work that God assigned to us, unimportant as it seems, that makes our task outstanding and brings reality to dreams. So do not sit and idly wish for wider new dimensions. What you can put in practice, your many good intentions. But at the spot God placed you, begin at once to do little things to brighten the lives surrounding you. For if everybody brightened up the spot on which they're standing by being more considerate and a little less demanding, this dark world would very soon eclipse the evening star if everybody brightened up the corner where they are. May the Lord bless you and keep you.
Amen.
May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Amen.
Adonai Panabaleka, Be'asem Leka Shalom. May the Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon you and give each and every one of you the blessings of peace.
Sound.
To Joshua, to Deborah, to Tal, to Lisa, Maureen, Paulette, Janice, Gina, Carl, Joan, Trevor, Aaron, my friends, on behalf of our president and directors of the synagogue, Israel, Carl, and I wish for you all a happy, a lovely, peaceful Shabbat Shalom. May you have an outstanding and good week. Be safe, and we'll see you next week, Friday. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you.
Shabbat
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I love this. God bless you all. Thank
Shabbat
you.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Well, yeah, chocolate milk.